Year 6, welcome to Wednesday's Maths Home Learning Guide. So today we are going to focus on written multiplication methods. Hopefully throughout lockdown you have been keeping up with your times table practice on Times Tables Rockstars. If not, get going with that. Remember to keep those ticking over in your head. So to start off with then, we're just going to have an example of short multiplication. As with every other day, I'm sure you're getting used to it now. The examples will get trickier as we go through them, just like the work in the pack does. So, short multiplication. 3 digits multiplied by 1. Fairly straightforward. Just got to take super care with those times tables. So start with the ones, like we always do. 4 times 6 is 24. 7 times 6 is 42. Don't forget to add that 2 on, which would then give us 44. 3 times 6 then is 18. Don't forget to add the 4, which is going to give you 22. Okay, fairly straightforward. Just make sure you are taking your time to check those times tables are correct. Moving on then to a slightly trickier example, we're going to have a think about long multiplication. Okay, so a few more steps to this. Again, you must take your time, making sure each step is correct, otherwise the answer will ultimately be wrong. So, if we start with our ones, we're going to multiply all of this 3-digit number by our ones, which is 3, and then all of this number by 20. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. Let's do the easy part first. 7 times 3 then is 21. Just be careful here. It can get jumbled if you do it too big or too small. So 3 times 4 then is 12. Don't forget the 2. Do try and cross it out so you know you've done it. Is 14. 3 times 2 is 6. Add the 1 is 7. Okay, moving on to the tens then, times in by 20. You must remember that 0, okay? Make sure you pop it in and then you will hopefully get the answer correct. So 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 4 is 8, don't forget the 1 is 9, and 2 times 2 is 4. The end there. And then to get our final answer we need to add these two numbers together. So 1, 8, 16 and 5, remembering to add that 1. Okay, don't forget year 6, do not forget that 0. If you need to put it in first to help you, that's fine, you can do it that way. Okay, moving it on again then. Multiplying long multiplication but including a decimal. Now, my set, you know that I always say to do this first. And then hopefully you will get it correct. So, same method, we ignore the decimal point now, let's pretend it's not there until we come back to it at the end. So, 6 times 4, 24, 6 times 6 is 36, add the 2. 28. 6 times 2 is 12, add the 3 is 15. Okay, you must still remember that 0. Okay, remember, ignore the decimal point, the 0 goes there. So now we're going to look at 40 times all of the digits. So 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 6, 24, add the 1, 25. 4 times 2 is 8, add the 2 is 10, and just extend these lines a little bit then. Okay, and then the same again, we're going to add these digits to get our final answer. So we've got 4, 14, 11, a 2 and a 1. And your decimal point should already be there. Do that first, and then you won't forget it at the end. Okay, and last but not least then, Those challenges, like we've had every day so far this week, is missing digits within the calculations. So work through it like you would, just checking everything else is right, and hopefully you'll be able to work out the missing digits that way. So you'll see the first missing digit is here. Well, that's our first calculation. So 6 times 2 is 12. Put the 2 in the box. I am going to carry the 1, and I am going to work out the rest, even though they're there for me, just to check that I am right. Okay, so 6 times 7 is 42. Add the 1, gives us 43. 6 times 3 is 18. Add the 4 is 22. So far, so good. Obviously, we've put that 0 there like we always do. So then our next box, 5 times 2 is 10. Don't forget the 1 there. 5 times 7, 35. Add the 1 is 36. 5 times 3 is 15. Add the 3 is going to give us 18. Again, so far so good. Remember then now, we're going to add these digits together. 2, 3, 8, 2, add 8 is 10, and 1, add that 1 then we've just carried is 2. Good luck, see you soon.